Hello friends and welcome to your YouTube channel, My Expert Doctor. I am Dr. Shalini Singh Salunke, your consultant physician. Rahiman pani rakhiye, bin pani sab soon. It's a very famous doha in Hindi. Now if we take the literal meaning of this doha and relate it with body, it will be like keep water near you, otherwise it's just emptiness. It's a very prompt saying and I'll explain you why. So let's hear it with a story. So it was about 1.5 to 2 years back when I was sitting in my OPD. It was an afternoon around 3 to 4 p.m. probably. It was summer season and I got a call from the casualty doctor that ma'am, a patient was a female in an unconscious state is brought by the father. So I went down to examine the patient. I looked at her and I instructed my staff to shift the patient to ICU immediately. Then I turned back to her father and I asked him how it happened. So what happened just before you brought your girl here? So he said that she, as a routine, she went to her room at around 10:30 a.m. in the morning for doing some exercises, and her mother asked her to come down for lunch, but she didn't. At around 3:30, we thought that we should go and check. We thought probably she must be sleeping. So when we entered her room, she was lying on the floor in an unconscious state, and that's when we brought her here. Then I asked him, do you feel or do you think that your daughter's behavior was a bit changed in last few days, or she was probably upset for some reason? Do you think that she must have taken something to commit suicide or something like that? Some medicines or something. So her father said no, she was very excited and happy about her wedding, which is planned next month. In fact, she was excited about the jewelry, the lehengas and probably the decorations of the wedding ceremony place. She was on the top of the world. She has decided to lose her weight around 7 to 8 kgs before wedding so that she would look good in her wedding bridal lehenga. And for that, she was doing dieting, exercising and everything. She was very excited about all these things. So it was pointless that she would go for something like this, something like suicidal attempt or that. So I understood the story. We started her treatment. Her blood report came by the evening. Her electrolytes were abnormal, which was probably the reason of a confused state or unconscious state. Her kidney functions were also abnormal. There was some abnormality in her liver functions as well. We continued with our treatment. Around within 1.5 days, she was shifted out of the ICU. She was improving. Her blood pressure seems to be normal. Her blood reports were also improving. So we shifted her to ward and we observed her there for around 24 hours and then we planned her discharge. But at that point of discharge, I asked all her family members to come and I asked them all a simple question that do you know what all happened to your daughter? They said no. Then I explained them. It all happened because of dehydration. It was at that point of time that I mentioned this doha in front of that girl, that Rahiman pani rakhiye, bin pani sab soon. I still remember the expression on her face. The point is, you might be thinking that something so gross can happen with just because of dehydration. Yes, absolutely. All this can happen with just simple dehydration. So in today's video, let's understand what is dehydration. So the normal composition of body is around 60 to 70% of the body is water. Water is required for each and every functioning of the body. For example, your breathing, your digestion process, your kidney functions, your heart functions, brain, everywhere. As simple as blinking your eyes would also require water. If there is less water, all these functioning will get hampered and you will have deranged effect in the body. Now let's see how dehydration sets in. What are the reasons? So our body loses water in many ways, like while passing urine, while passing stools, while sweating, while breathing out, and many other ways. This is insensible loss of water. This cannot be measured. This water loss cannot be measured. Now, if you are not replenishing water very frequently or rehydrating yourself, this loss of water will become gross and the signs and symptoms of dehydration will start coming up. Now, how this will happen? Suppose you are going for a walk on a hot summer, in a hot summer day, or probably you are doing power yoga or other things for hours without rehydrating yourself. In that condition, you are losing so much water via sweat and you are not replenishing it. That is when you will have dehydration. Now let's see how dehydration affects our body. It happens stage wise. The first stage is stage of thirst. Here it happens when you lose around the water, which is equivalent to around 2% of your body weight. Now what are the effects? You'll feel thirsty, your urine discoloration, urine will become dark, you'll have less sweating, your body temperature will rise, your heart rate will increase, and your blood will become thick and sluggish. The second stage is fainting. It happens when you lose around water, which is equivalent to 4% of your body weight. This comes when you have ignored the signs of thirst. Now what are the effects? Your skin will become more shriveled and your blood pressure will fall down, which will be the result, which will lead to fainting. Now, if you have not taken water at this stage, or probably someone has not given you water even at this stage, the stage 2, you will proceed to stage 3, which is organ damage. This is precisely what has happened to our patient in the story. She would have done a lot of exercises in the hot summer, and she ignored her thirst signs, and she got fainted because there was no one in the room to hydrate her or to take her to the hospital immediately. Probably would have lost some time, and that's how she landed over to organ damage stage. So this stage will come when you will lose water, which is equivalent to 7% of your body weight. So what will happen? You'll get fainted, your BP will go down, the kidney function will reduce, the liver function will reduce, brain will have effect because of all these things. And even in this condition, if you will not receive attention, it will lead to stage 4, which is death. This will come when your body will lose around 10 water, which is equivalent to around 10% of body weight. This is the ultimate stage. If your hydration status falls below this, the death is inevitable. The best part here is, since your body knows how crucial water is for your survival, it has made thirst a necessary call to answer. You just can't ignore it. So whenever you are feeling thirsty, stop everything, go grab a glass of water and hydrate your body. So let's see the warning signs of dehydration to prevent ourselves from the gross damage. The first is lips which are drying. Second is dry and sticky oral mucosa. The third one is foul smelling breath, which is also called halitosis. Now this will happen because if you have less water in your body, you will have less saliva in your mouth. Saliva are important because they have antibacterial action. Now because there is less of saliva, your mouth will have bacteria and that will lead to a foul breath. Now the fourth is thirst, of course, as you all know. The fifth one is dry skin. Sixth is eyes will become dry. You will have no tears while you are crying, or probably when you are putting something near your eyes, you will not have tear. The seventh one is joint pain, because the synovial fluid will be lost because you have less amount of water in your body. The eighth one is muscle mass will reduce, which will lead to muscle cramps as well. I'm sure you must have heard about the cricketers on the ground, and when they're playing, they suffer from muscle cramps. This is because of dehydration and loss of electrolyte. The ninth one is you will become sick for a longer duration because every function in your body will require water and water is less. That's why the healing property of your body will also take time and you will be sick for a longer duration. Tenth is you will feel exhausted, fatigued, and you will have headache. Now I'm sure you must have experienced this very frequently. When you are exhausted, you think that caffeine or tea or coffee or something like Red Bull will help you and will make you feel active. But trust me, just try one glass of water. It will work better than caffeine. The 11th is digestive problem. The 12th is premature aging. No one wants that. The 13th one is dark colored urine and you have fewer toilet breaks. The 14th one is dizziness. You will start feeling fainting. 15th one is you will have less sweating. Now less sweating is not so easy, is not good for your body. Sweating is the mechanism to reduce the body temperature. If you are not sweating, the temperature of your body will keep rising, which will have damaging effect over your body. Now, if you're seeing any of these warning signs, please go hydrate yourself. Don't put your body into unnecessary pressure. So I'm sure you have understood why hydration is so much important for us. And I hope you will always keep these warning signs in your mind, and whenever you are having any of them, you will definitely grab a glass of water. Now, if you find this video informative, please subscribe our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you will get the notifications of upcoming videos. Also share it with more and more people so that they will also get benefited out of it. With some other similar informative video regarding your health, we'll be back other day. Till then, stay safe, stay happy at your place.